What's going on? What's going on, fellas, members of Coaching Unplugged? Welcome, welcome, new fans, loyal fans, welcome back. As always, you already know my name is Chris, digital mentor for all things life strategies, cooking skills, which we'll get back to eventually, and also fashion tips and just overall good conversation. And today is no different. So before we go into any video, as always, go ahead and like, subscribe there at the bottom, and make sure that you hit that bell so that you can always stay up to date on notifications of what I've got coming up, conversations that we'll have. And we're also on Apple Podcasts. So if you search for Culture Unplugged on the Apple podcast, you can find my podcast there. And we're also launching some great conversations on that platform. So stay tuned for more updates on that. But you already know, as always, if you're new, if you don't know, let's get it unplugged. All right, so I had a great weekend. I was ever in downtown in Virginia area, down in if you're familiar with the Hampton Road 757. Spent some time with family. And I don't normally talk about my life personally all the time, but I feel like we should, we've been a couple videos, good enough amount of videos now where I can share what's going on with me. Obviously, this is like a period of transition with new content and trying to make sure I put this out every week. As you can see, I just got off work, by the way. I'm very, very well kept when it comes down to these videos, but man, y'all family now. Y'all family, you know what I got going on. I will discuss and bring to light conversations and topics based on maybe something that's going on in your life, maybe conversations or topics related to my past. And today is no different. Today is no different. But yeah, had a good time, good weekend. Looking forward to the fall. Fall time is it. So stay tuned for some videos where I'll be talking about some fall fashion and all that good stuff. All right. Well, that's not what you all obviously came for. We got to get into today's topic. So today's topic is, she is not interested anymore. When do you, at this point, move on? You notice that things are starting to change. The vibe is different. It's not fun anymore. Maybe maybe the lack of communication. Maybe there's no communication at all. Maybe the communication has dropped quite a bit. Maybe you guys don't really hit up each other anymore. You guys don't hang out. Maybe you're putting out a little bit more effort. You ever find yourself putting out more effort in somebody, and the person, the lady that you are, dating, for some reason not hitting you back, or taking a while to respond, or it just seems like the effort is just non-existent or heavily decreased. Well, there could be some reasons behind that. And sometimes you may not ever know it, right? Sometimes you'll not know the reason behind it or why that may be. But a lot of times it's something going on with her. Sometimes, I will say it's not necessarily you. I know it sounds real cliche, right? Sometimes it's not necessarily you. Sometimes she might be honestly on another dude. She might be found somebody else that she's, put interest in. A lot of times when ladies say stuff like, I'm just doing me, or, I'm got a lot going on, this and that. Those are all excuses. Yeah, sometimes some women will block you right away. Don't even tell you anything. But you got others that will just really bullshit. Really, it's being transparent with you, really bullshit with you. And you gotta be able to kind of see it for what it is, and be able to have the decency at that point to say, you know what? It's not worth my energy. It's not worth my time to put out any more, effort than I need to, and just back away. back away. And I'm telling you, you'll find yourself in a better light overall. I mean, it may hurt, obviously, but what can you do? Well, what can you do, right? So you got some options, but my option for you is this: never overburden yourself with somebody that's not, really putting up enough or putting up effort with you as you are maybe in trying to, hang out with them or talk to them, whatever the case may be. There are ways where you can increase attraction, I will say, but it depends on the person that you're dealing with. And if it's some things that she may have actually said to you directly and said something that was like, look, I done seen XYZ, I'm not happy about it, or she ever displayed, feelings of just not being comfortable, whatever the case may be, recognize what that is. And if you feel like, in that situation it's too late, then it's too late. Move away from that altogether, leave it alone, and just focus on those things so that you'll be ready for the next person. But to, grope and grind about one, it's not worth it, man. There's so many women out here, man. It's crazy. There's so many that you may be passing up, and you may not even realize and know that, hey, you can waste your time with somebody that actually is putting up the interest. I'll give you an example. I had a person that I was dating for a while, and then once things kind of fell off, it just stopped. Like the communication, everything started feeling different. When things start feeling different, the communication is ended more or less, and more 9 times out of 10, I'll use that analogy. 9 times out of 10, or saying, I should say, they are with somebody else. They are, talking to somebody else, getting to know somebody else. Women are not, not that, not hard to read women when it comes down to their actions. And for us too, as men, we'll easily can show where we've lost interest. Yep, me included. I probably won't say much. We do it, men, we do it. But I have done my best if I am asked, or if I feel comfortable enough to, really just say, hey, look, I'm not interested anymore. And it's like that. And you're going to have situations where you're going to do the same thing. You might do the same. More likely you will do the same thing, because you're going to come across somebody that you're not as attracted as she is with you. But you got to be open and can communicate that and be able to vocalize that, because it's nothing worse than you just kind of like you on the other end feeling like you just like, dang, she don't like me no more. You know what I mean? Why she couldn't just say that? Why couldn't she just... Don't also feel like she's obligated to give you any kind of communication either. She don't have to tell you, oh, well, I ain't feeling you. Just read in between the lines. I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of times it's what women don't say that'll tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. I will say this too. Women, sometimes you come to a situation where you will be in this period of no communication, and you're working on yourself. And what I mean is that you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your mind, you're taking care of your soul, you're taking care of your money. You are handling your business. We talked about that before in another video. As always, we also talked about, choosing the right one. We talked about all these different things. But one of the things I want you to just know and realize is that when it comes down to people, they change. People change, and that doesn't mean that you can't either. So that means if you're working on your grind, you're handling your business, sometimes they come back around. Sometimes not, and I'm not guaranteeing this, okay? But you'll have some that'll hit you up and let a period of time just go by. Sometimes people realize the error of their ways, and depending on the situation, you may reevaluate it and say, okay, I might, entertain that person again, and it didn't work out. Just kind of, put it under the carpet, like, well, it didn't work out the first time, whatever. Then you got something that just won't hit you. Regardless of how well you're doing, how successful you are, how good you now look, You're still you. And that person is still maybe feel like, yeah, this person's attracted this and that, but hey, I brushed him off, or I let it go, or I let it rock, or I blocked him, or whatever. Hey, and that's when you gotta be like, on your own mental thinking, is it worth my time to be put through that stress again? People don't necessarily change that quick either. Okay. Let me just share this. There's times where I've given a second chance to somebody and they've proven me right, that they're the same people. People don't necessarily change like that. Sometimes, some people may change and can change, for the better. Some change for the worse. Some just the same motherfucker that you always knew, straight up. And you got to identify that shit real quick. You got to identify, whether or not it's even worth your time. If they trying to now get back into your life, I wouldn't do it, because who needs that headache? I know a woman that right now, certain age, she ain't got her shit together, still behind on a lot of things that, for her age, she should be well off and well over doing it. And I'm like, I had to put that stop. I was like, nah, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Do the right thing that makes sense for your life. If somebody decides that they not, no type of attraction anymore, and they moved on and this and that, forget it. Let it go. Let it rock. Let it rock. Because I promise you, a lot of times out of 10, it's best for your own good, your own sanity, who you are as a man growing into this world who got bigger and better things to worry about. I'm telling you, that's where your focus should be. Revert that energy back into yourself. Hitting the gym, going working out. Me, I still, got some weight to drop. And hey, that's something that I'm working on. I'm not here being in front of you as a perfect man. I'm here as a man that has come from experiences where I've came down to the, lost a lot of weight and seen how people react differently and change differently. It happens. It happens all the time. So give your time and devotion to somebody that really gives a shit about you from the jump, from who you are right now, and love you even more when you're in your transition, and love you even more and proud of you when you actually finish, your best self. That's the kind of person that you want to be with. That's the kind of person you want to spend some time with. You want to take out to eat and spend time going out doing some fun stuff and, thinking outside the box. When you love somebody and you care about somebody, you like somebody, and that effort is 50-50, she giving you back, you giving her 50, she giving you 50. You make, it's like y'all both can't wait to just spend time with each other. Y'all both can't wait to just, have a good time with. And you're going to have those people that are going to come in your life, and those are the people you want to hold on to, if you can. That's the kind of person that you want for the rest of your life. She can't wait to spend some time with you. And you can't either. Don't lie to yourself. Feel that shit too. You have to feel that to know that it's genuine and it's real. And speak it. Communicate with her. I think that you got the message. I really think you understand where I'm coming from when I say that. Because I've been there. I've seen it. And it's been always the same thing. My gut doesn't tell me wrong. As big as it is. My gut doesn't lead me the wrong way when it comes down to people. And so you got to listen to those instincts. What does your gut tell you? What does it tell you about what makes sense for you in your life? What does your heart tell you? What does your mind tell you? Don't think with your dick. Think about what's going on up here. All right? So take what I thought about. Take it with the majority of what makes sense for you, and just use and apply. Apply it in your life, and just think about when those things happen. Hey, make adjustments. I know I will. All right. So go ahead and subscribe. Of course, let me know what you think of this topic in the comment section, because I know you got a lot to say about it. Let me know what you think in there. Hey, how do you handle when somebody is no longer interested? I know we talked about rejection before. You know, do you feel like you could just move on? And are you finding situations where you just moved on, you found somebody else, or are you having a difficult time through somebody you really care about, you put a lot into, and now they don't want to be with you? What do you think about that in the comment section? Let me know there, down there, what you think. And of course, get ready for some more fun topics, good, intriguing topics that we could talk about right here, up and close and personal. Follow the podcast on Apple, soon to be on other platforms as well, including Spotify and Google Podcasts. So get ready for those. But as always, I appreciate you. I care about your well-being. I want you to succeed, my brother. Let's get it unplugged.